Alright, today we're having a look at how an engine head works. So the engine head itself would normally be sitting on the top of an engine block. Right here's an engine block. It would be sitting somewhere right here in this general area, and it would be what controls all of the air and whatnot, the fuel intake and all the stuff that's going on for the block as the piston moves back and forth through that engine block. And how it does that is really interesting. Let's start off with our camshaft. So these right here are lifters, and they run in a little lifter channel inside of our engine block. And they are pushed up by a camshaft, which is spinning inside of that engine block. As the pistons are moving, the timing chain is moving from the crankshaft, and that is spinning the camshaft. And that is how these little lifters are timed. Oh, that one, that one moved a little too far. Bring that one back out. There we go. And that's how these lifters are timed. They're literally just over here moving up and down like that. And as those move up and down, they are pushing on push rods, which you can see in this engine back here. All those little rods right there are connected to the lifters that are being pushed up and down. And as these lifters are moving, they are opening little valves like what we have on this engine here. We got two little valves right here, and they're moving based off of their timing to open up either intake or exhaust valve. If they're opening an intake valve, that's because the piston is moving down and it is pulling an air-fuel mixture into the cylinder. So this valve is going to open and it's going to pull that air-fuel mixture in, or whichever one of these is the intake valve. I'm not entirely sure on this particular engine head. I'd have to look at it. But that air-fuel mixture is being pulled in, and then the camshaft, well, rather the spring, allows this to close once the camshaft gets into position to where the lifter is no longer pushing on it. So that closes, the engine piston starts to compress the air-fuel mixture inside the thing. The spark plug makes it spark. It goes boom, piston moves down from the exploding force, centrifugal force of it rotating around the camshaft, pushes it back up, and as it goes back up, the next valve over is going to open. Maybe not this particular one because it's stuck, but this valve right here, in direction from the camshaft moving that lifter, would open up just like this one right here does. And as that piston closes with that open valve, that's going to push all the exhaust out of the system and then out of the headers and exhaust manifold and all the other stuff that goes into how the engine itself would actually work. So this right here is how the engine head actually works. We have our air-fuel mixture that goes in, piston compresses and explodes, flies back down, centrifugal force sends it back up. The second exhaust valve opens up, very similar to what we have right here. As that piston moves up, it pushes all that exhaust out, and then once it reaches the very top, that piston that valve will close again, and then the cycle just kind of starts over. The intake opens back up, more air-fuel mixture, and it keeps doing that on repeat on a non-stop cycle.